Okay. Hello and welcome. My name is Lee Fuller. I'll be your presenter today. And I want to show you what Facebook has done with the new timeline for pages. So introducing Facebook Timeline for Pages, the Churches and Christian Ministry Edition. Again, my name is Lee Fuller. I am the owner of Fullest Extent Media, a social media, mobile marketing, and internet marketing agency. We help small businesses and local ministries have a greater impact online. Well, Facebook continues to grow in 2012. Some quick statistics are that 850 million active users are on Facebook, 483 million daily users. Facebook has 455 million monthly active users who've used Facebook on mobile devices. And I want to quickly go over, when I say daily active users, this means that there are 483 million users that go to Facebook and stay there for at least 5 minutes. Okay, this isn't someone that just goes and these just hit the website. These are those that actively engage and are on the website for at least 5 minutes or more. Facebook is available in more than 70 languages, and the accounts for Facebook accounts for more than 95% of social networking time on the web. So people go to Facebook when they want to interact socially more than any other place on the web. And more importantly, your members are on Facebook. And if your members are on Facebook, then definitely you and your ministry needs to be on Facebook. The new timeline layouts. Facebook introduced the new timeline February of this year, and it gave everyone a grace period up to March 31st. But all pages switched to the new timeline layout on March 31st. Many of the new changes include there's no default landing page, there's a bigger custom page width, there's larger cover images, and many, many more that we'll talk about in this training. So let's get into what's new with timelines. Timelines has a cover image, profile pictures, about sections are new. The app display is different and redesigned. There's the highlight feeds, timeline navigations. These are new aspects of Facebook, and we'll show you how they work. There's the activity feed. There are friend feeds. You're able to pin a post and set milestones. You can star important stories. You can private message people. There's the admin panel, and we'll get into that, and also the activity log on the new Facebook. But let me point it out a little more specifically. Okay, in number 1, you see the cover image. It's completely bigger than the small image that used to be on the Facebook fan pages. Now it covers the entire screen. Next, you see number 2, the profile picture. Okay, and in this training we'll go over a little more information about the profile pictures, etc. The timeline in 3 on the top right, you see that it's a fairly new page, but it gives a timeline on on the events of the page, and you'll be able to go in and see more about the pages. There's the about section. Now the about section is a little more prevalent, so there's some things we want to make sure that's being done to make sure that we can highlight the app section or the about section. Number 5, apps. There's multiple apps that are available, and we'll talk about that. Number 6 are the highlights. You can see there in the center a place for highlights, and we'll give some brief introduction about what that's all about. 7, the composer. You should be familiar with the composer. It's in a new location on the timeline, but many of the functions are the same, but there are added functions. They added some things and they took some things away, and we could talk about that. pinned posts, and friend activity. So let's go over a little bit about what's new on Facebook. The cover image. As you can see, the cover image is a lot bigger, which means you can give a larger you can have a larger impact with your cover image. It's more eye-catching, it's more attractive. Okay, the cover image is 851 by 315 pixels. You want to have your image be at least 399 pixels wide, but Facebook will stretch it to the proper dimensions. But to have the best possible image is you just want a graphic that's specifically and uniquely and customly created so that it's the correct image. Now, with the cover image, Facebook has made some restrictions. With the restrictions, you want your brand to stand out, but there's some things Facebook no longer allows you to do. You can't have pricing or purchasing info on your cover image. Okay, so for those that may be selling books or those that conference information as far as purchasing tickets, that's no longer accepted on your cover page. Facebook restricts those. Next, the contact information, such as websites or phone numbers or building addresses. Facebook also requires that you no longer use those on the timeline image, on the cover image. Okay? No like or share references. Many times you'd see different companies or churches or ministries say click here for more information, or like this page for more information, or share this page, and it'd be right on the cover image. Well, that's no longer acceptable, and Facebook restricts those type of activities. Also, calls to action, click here or send me a message. Facebook no longer wants those on the cover image. Okay, what we're going to do now is I'm going to give you some examples of, unfortunately, what some people have done wrong. And we want to make sure you don't make these same mistakes. We want to make sure you stay within the guidelines of Facebook because it's important. If you breach the image guidelines and restrictions, Facebook can delete your page or can shut your page down. Some examples are this is an example of a person that is selling a book, and he leads you to a website that's no longer allowed on the cover. Many times churches will have a call to action like join us or come visit us this Sunday. You know, these are not acceptable on the cover image. There is a place for you to put them, and we will talk about that shortly as far as where they can be placed. Okay? And word of grace and truth. They put the address on the cover letter. Well, let's see these actually in Facebook. Okay, here we see that here we see get your copy of Tony at tonyevans.org. We're actually not allowed to place a website on the cover image. That's one of the things that recently changed, and as we get more into it, more people will understand the rules more completely. Next. This particular church here, great cover image, very interesting. Again, Facebook is available in 70 different languages, so they attract their audience here. But join us, we're not allowed to have, because that's considered a call to action. So these type of things need to be avoided on the cover image. There is a place to put those, and we will talk about that. Another no-no is the address to your website on the cover image. These type of the addresses and websites are to go in the About section. So we want to make sure that they're not on the cover image, but in the About section, which incidentally is placed right here below the cover image and makes it a clickable link. Okay? Now let's go back to the presentation. Okay, we went over the examples of the cover images, and these are some things you cannot do. So let's look and see what we can do. This is a great cover image. It highlights, it brands, and it's an engaging photo. Many of you may be familiar with Lakewood Church, a very engaging photo, and this is an example of what you can do. See, there's no call to action there or website addresses. It's just the image itself, which is captivating and draws you in and wants you to read further down the page. Okay? Now let's talk about the profile picture. Now, the profile pictures are 180 by 180 pixels. Okay? Now, in particular posts, they will get resized to 32 by 32. So you want to make sure that your images look good at 180 pixels, but also you want them to make sure that you can read them and you can see them clearly when they're reduced to 32 by 32 pixels. And these are your profile picture are the ones that follows you around Facebook and the web. So when you place a comment on other pages, your cover image doesn't show up, but your profile picture will. So it's important that you brand yourself. So your logo or your brand or product or your church or your ministry or the spokesperson, the one out front in the ministry, then this is what you would like your profile picture to be. If your brand is you, then use the headshot. The image here is Joyce Meyer Ministries, and it's appropriate that Joyce Meyer be the profile picture on that page. Okay. Some others will creatively combine the cover image with the profile picture, but you want to make sure that your profile picture brands you correctly, because that's the one that will show up whenever you make a comment. If you're found on Google or other places on the web, that's the picture that shows up. Okay. It works best if the program is a square, if the profile picture is a square. Now, other ways to use the cover image. Now, this is interesting. See here, this cover image is used to promote an upcoming event. It says, over the next few weeks, we're asking some big questions. Ever ask God why? These are questions, these are engaging, but they're not saying, come join us. Be there. It simply gives the information, which I think is pretty ingenious. That there's a current series, March 24th through April 21st. You see how it's not saying come here, show up. It's saying this is what's going on. Also, this reminds us that they can be changed. So your cover image can be updated frequently. It's simply uploading an image. So for current series, you can give information about the current series, and I think that this is a good example of telling about what's going on at your church without crossing the restrictions and actually inviting people to the church. The other thing I want you to realize is that, remember how we're no longer allowed to say click here or share here or like this? But what they did was they drew our eye down to the current series part, which is right above the like button. So they visually directed our eyes to, we see the like button, and if we like it, we can like it. So it's subtle and it becomes more of a graphical challenge, but lifechurch.tv, they're pretty good at it. And this is one that if you're looking at really how to maximize Facebook and be engaging in Facebook, this is one that I'd highly recommend. Okay, enough for the cover images. Let's talk about the app section. The app section. You have 155 characters, which is a little longer, a little less than a tweet. Okay, but you are able to add URLs. So Pastor Tony Evans, in his image, he put go to tonyevans.org on the cover image, which is not quite appropriate. But having it in the About section, which is a clickable link, and you can go to the website, is completely within Facebook's guidelines. All right. Because you only have 155 characters, many times people will use a shortening service like Bitly, bit.ly.com, to shorten it to make sure they can get their URL in and still remain within the 155 characters. I would recommend that in the About section you describe your company and what you do. You need to be concise because you only have 155 characters, but you also want to be direct and tell exactly what it is that you do. Okay? And this entire box is automatically linked to your info page. So if someone clicks on this box, they go to your info page. Now let's look at the app displays. Okay? This app display, if you're familiar with it, this is the one from Liberty University. And in the app displays, they are only displaying 4. On the previous fan pages, you can have many of them listed below the image. Well, here they present the 4. You're able to have up to 12, but only 4 are displayed at a time. If you want to see more, there's the arrow to see more of them. But your first one is always photos. It can't be changed. Okay, so make good use of this. And the photo is typically the last photo that was uploaded. So if there's a particular image you want to remain at the front, make sure it's the last photo that was uploaded into your Facebook photo album. These thumbnails are customizable. So you can, instead of on the cover image having like us here, you can put like in your app section. Liberty has this one, why should you like us? And then it goes to a separate page. Genius. Okay, they stay within the guidelines, but they give you the opportunity to like the page in the app section. You want to use thumbnails that encourage the user to click. See how there's images here? You don't want to have the simple, the blue face, or there's nothing there. Have an image. You want people to click and see the different things that you have going, and this is a great way to engage the eye. Also, this is under the cover image, so if you direct the eye to the like and the message, you'll see that the apps are right below it. Now the highlight feed. The highlight feed allows users to choose how they interact with your page. Okay. When you choose, if you select highlights, Facebook deems what's most important. Okay. You can choose post by page, where only the admin's posts are shown. So like if you're the church admin, then only the posts that you put on the page are shown. They also have the option to post by others, where they can see the posts that aren't from you, but what other people are saying about you. This will be interesting because you're able to see what the members or people that are fans of the church are actually saying without you in one glance. This is a interesting feature that Facebook has, because it allows the user to choose what messages they see. And I think that's a great idea. It's more engaging. And Facebook is all about getting people to engage so that we can stay on the site longer. Timeline navigation. Now, the new addition to Facebook timeline is the fact that there's the timeline, which allows users to easily navigate your page by the date. So they can look and see what events or what was posted in February or what was posted, last year. Now, since users can dig deeper into your page history, you want to make sure you prune your page, okay? And as you're pruning your page, because Facebook is able to maintain all the information that was ever put on Facebook, okay? So it's important that you go through each date on your page, and ask yourself, does this represent my ministry in the way that I want it to? Okay? There's some things that you may say, hey, when I was younger in ministry, or when the ministry was just starting, there were some things that were put on the Facebook page or what have you. But now as we matured a little bit more as a ministry, or now that as we're getting more traction or views on our site, there may be some things you want to delete or things that are no longer relevant. Those are things that you could consider navigating or deleting from your timeline. But Facebook gives you that opportunity. Also, statistics show up at the end of each month, so you're able to see how your month is going or how many people are engaging with your Facebook fan page. It shows what and who has liked the page, how many likes the page has gotten, and our people are talking about it. It allows you to see what type of engagement is going on your page. Another interesting thing is the activity feed. The activity feed is the new wall. Like we used to say, join me at my wall, or post on my wall, or what have you. Now it's an activity feed because there's so much that's able to be captured and organized. So it really shows the ministry's activities. Facebook has this algorithm called age rank. And this age rank algorithm decides which stories are to be displayed and which are to be hidden. So the most engaging content, Facebook determines that these are the things that needs to be on your activity feed. As content becomes more engaging, it'll show up and be more visibly available on your activity feed. Because remember, in the highlights section, Facebook we talked about how we can say just show highlights. Okay, when you just show highlights, then Facebook will determine, using its age rank algorithm, to decide what goes in the activity feed and what shows up in highlights. Okay, now admins can change or edit any post with the little pencil icon at the top of the post. Admins can also disable posting for specific fans in case someone starts spamming your page. For ministries, sometimes Facebook is a social medium, and as a social medium, they're going to be anyone really on a page. They don't have to be your friend, so anyone can stop by, find your page, and leave a message. Well, you want to have a little control over what everybody sees on your fan page. So whoever is the admin or the administrator of your Facebook fan page, they have the opportunity to disable certain posting from specific fans. Like a person can be banned from posting on your fan page. And if you constantly see negative information, initially you want to reach out and try to minister to that person or engage a conversation with that person. But if you see that you're unable to effectively engage with that person, Facebook allows you to disable that person's post, and they're no longer allowed to leave comments or interact with your fan page. Helps keep the image or the presentation on your Facebook activity pretty clear. Okay. Now, Facebook allows you to pin post. Now, this is interesting because on the timeline and on Facebook, normally, If you post something and then someone else posts something and there's posting going on, then your message can quickly be pushed down the page and no one really see it. Well, Facebook remedied this by allowing you to post or pin a post to the top of your page. You can identify the pinned post by the bookmark looking icon that's placed on your post, and what it does is it keeps it at the top of your activity feed for 7 days. Okay, this was interesting from the Crossing Church here, where it's a special message from one of the pastors. So that's a great example of how you can use pinning your post. Like for the whole week, the message that the pastor put out can be pinned to the top of the page and it'll stay there. So whether you see it Monday or it doesn't get to the check out the fan page till Wednesday or Thursday, the post is still pinned there, and that's pretty great. That's pretty good. You can use it for important updates or contests or announcements, etc. You can add links and additional info, but another aspect of it is once the post is pinned, people can still leave comments. So everybody is able to see the reaction or the interaction with the post that was pinned. They can like it, they can comment, and that's very engaging and allows the things that you post to be right there on top for everyone to see. That way, as they engage in your ministry, the special message from the pastor or someone else will be the first message they see. It's simply, you would pin the post by clicking, there's a pencil icon, and you just click it at the top of the post. Okay. The friends feed. Facebook is all about your friends. It's all about highlighting and helping people interact and see the things that you like. Well, with the friends feed on your Facebook fan page, you see that you can see what your friends have posted, those that have liked your page or those that are friends of yours. You can see what they had to say about the particular post, and it really shows interaction from your fans and from your friends. Okay, this increases social proof and helps build that community that people are, hey, this is a great place to come visit on Facebook, because there's, hey, I see my friends interacting on this page. Or for someone that may be looking for a ministry or a church, they would see that, man, this church has really interactive members. It's a warm, friendly church. They can read the comments and say, hey, this is a church that I would like to visit. So this friend feed can be really another door to your church. You have the radios and television and the front door. Well, your friend feed allows people to see inside your church by how your friends or the fans of the fan page are interacting with each other. Now, this feature can be turned off, but it's really giving social proof, and it shows what your friends are saying, and it can be a very, very powerful tool on Facebook. The other one is Milestones. Now, milestones are used to highlight important dates and events. Okay, the admins are the one that can set the milestones, and they enter that date on the timeline. And once they do, the admins set the date of milestones, which enter the timeline at that date. And you're able to go back years. So an admin can say, hey, this church was founded in actually you can go back to the 1800s, I believe. So you can go back and say, hey, this church was founded in 1975. And on your timeline, if you put the event and say 1975, it'll show up. Okay. What else? Milestones. They hold weight in Facebook algorithms. So if you set a new milestone, like a new pastor or a new pastor or a dedication of a building or something that's a huge milestone in your ministry. You know, you just got 2,000 members, or you just reached 500 members. Whatever the milestone is, it'll show up. You can have it show up in your news feeds so that when you place this milestone, everybody that's on your page will see it. Okay? Because Facebook considers this important enough for you. If you make it a milestone, you consider it important, and Facebook wants all your fans to see that too. You can use for a new building, new pastors, large events, when a church was founded, etc. Now, starred stories are a little different. They're similar to milestones, but not as big an event. You really don't want to overpost with milestones, but your starred stories can stand out. And what a starred story does is it stretches out to fill across the entire side or both sides of your timeline. So it will stretch out to be 851, I believe, pixels wide, or 800 and something pixels wide, so that it takes up the whole top of your timeline. So that's another way to draw attention to something. And see, this church here, they drew attention to their Easter Sunday. Now, this isn't on the cover page, but it's a huge image that can be in your timeline that can essentially have the same effect of a cover page. Now, this is an interesting addition to Facebook fan pages, is the private message option. It had it years ago or a while back, and then Facebook took it away, but now they're bringing it back, and they're allowing fans and non-fans to send messages to the pages. Now get that. A person can come to your Facebook timeline and send the church or the admin a message. Now, this feature can be turned on and turned off. Now, you may ask, why would I want to turn off the feature to have people message me? Well, once your fan page gets pretty big, and if you're getting a lot of messages, these messages are going to show up in your admin area. So you can be completely overwhelmed by the number of messages, and you really wouldn't be able to respond to them as well, or respond to them quickly, and it could be a little discouraging for your fan page. So for the smaller ones, we recommend, for smaller ministries or smaller websites or smaller Facebook pages, you can have your messages open. You allow them to instant message or private message you, but you want to respond to the message. Now, you can only respond. You cannot initiate the conversation. You can't private message a person that just came to your page. You can leave a comment on the page, but to private message them, you can't do that from your page's account. And with pages, once someone sends you a private message, you can only send up to 2 messages back. So you can't, if they send you one, you can't put them on your autoresponder and automatically send them a message every month, or send one every 2 days, or send one every 3 days on the private message system. You can only send 2 messages back for every one you received, which means if someone private messages you, you can send them a message back, or maybe even a follow-up message, but that will be it until they contact you again. It should not be used to sell anything. It should be used to build trust and build that relationship with your fans. Quickly, I want to go into the admin panel. As you see, there are multiple features in this new Facebook timeline, and to help you keep track of it, you really need to have an understanding of the admin panel. Now, when you log into Facebook, the admin panel can be hidden, because every time you go in, you may not want to see your statistics and so forth. It can be hidden, but you can also have it added to show what's going on. It allows for quick access to status such as notifications, likes, messages, and insights. Okay, you're also able to do your editing within the admin panel, which allows you to really keep a pulse on what your what your fans are saying, how people are interacting, the messages that they send to you. You can look to see who recently liked the page and how they liked, what particular posts they liked. It really helps to see what resonates with your congregation. And as a minister, when you know what resonates with your congregation, you're able to also see the needs in the congregation and can minister effectively to the different needs that people openly paste or openly post on Facebook. Next is the activity log. This is also within the admin. You're able to see what's broken down by category. You can see what's going on within the timeline. You can see what's going on within your apps. The map. You can see what's going on within the lights, and you can make any changes within the log. It also allows you to quickly go to a part of your timeline. Rather than trying to fumble through, you can say, hey, I need to go to the photo section, and right within the activity log, you can go right there. So it's also a shortcut for your for the admin to be able to get in, make their adjustments, see what's going on, and get out so they can continue doing ministry outside of Facebook. Okay? And now to wrap it up. Timelines are mandatory as of March 31st. Okay, so you will be transitioned to the Facebook timeline interface. Okay, with the pages, I think they gave you the option, but with the personal pages, I think they gave the option, but with the timelines, it's mandatory. Facebook says this is how you will interact on it, and hopefully through this training you've learned some of the things that you'll need to know to have a great impact and be able to understand what's going on. Now, in review, the default landing pages, the welcome pages, do not exist inside the new timelines layout. It used to be that when someone goes to your Facebook page, you can make sure they land on this particular page. That's no longer true, or that's no longer possible with the timeline. But if you do have apps that have like reveal functions or sign up to newsletter type functions, they still will work, but they will be in the app section of your timeline. Custom page sizes have increased from 500 megapixels to 810, which means there's a lot more room for you to add creative and engaging content. And that's wonderful, because now your Facebook can have more pictures with more faces. But that's one of the things that Facebook is doing to make sure that we're able to make sure that their site becomes more engaging, because there's other social media sites coming up, and Facebook wants to make sure. And these changes will help engage your audience and your church members a lot better. So I encourage you, embrace the change. You have to embrace the changes that are going on with Facebook, and you want to embrace it rather quickly. You want to be able to not see a drop off of your Facebook fan pages, but you also want to see how you want to engage the new members. You want to be engaging and grow your fan page even faster, because these new additions can really help to increase your Facebook fan page. Well, with that said, I have a Facebook timeline conversion special offer. Okay, now we're offering you to receive a custom design Facebook cover and profile image for your ministry. Okay, again, the custom design or the Facebook cover is the 810 megapixel that shows up right at the top. It's very important that your image is engaging and your image is warm, so it allows members to feel like they're a part of a ministry and want to join your ministry. Okay, the price for this custom image, it's $135. We see that because we want to make sure that you have an engaging cover image, one that when customers or members or seekers find your page, they want to find out more. We want to catch them right at the top and allow them to continue on down the page so they can fall in love with your ministry all over again. Now, for those that want a little more customization, we'll provide a custom fan page, a custom profile image, plus a custom app. With the custom apps, you can embed videos, a like reveal tab. We can create a website info page within Facebook, which allows you to see more about the ministry. Let me give a brief demonstration of one of the custom apps. Okay, this would be a custom app, and it says welcome to Love First, and what it does is it goes to the page, a quick landing page that gives a little information about your church. With this particular church, what we did was we created a welcome to Love First Christian Center. Here's a video of the pastor. Come visit us on Sunday. There's the image, or you can visit the website and the person can instantly be taken to your website from within Facebook. So there are multiple things that we can do with a custom app. And as you can see, all of this started and we're still within Facebook. Okay? So that's one option that we would have. Now, the price for the Facebook fan page cover and profile image plus the one custom app, whether it's a like reveal, tabs, website info page, is $195. This is currently $195, and you can see how it can add that extra punch, that extra motivation, or that extra engagement with your Facebook fan page customers by having them sign up for a newsletter or visit the page. Also, as a bonus, whether you purchase the top package with just the Facebook cover and profile image, or the cover, the profile image, and the one custom app, you will receive a 1-hour phone consultation for strategies to build your Facebook ministry and fan interaction. Okay, that's one thing we want to do to make sure that you're able to take this information, take the new changes in Facebook, and actually grow your ministry and to expand your fan interaction. But you know what? This is a special offer. So let's do this. Let's give a conversion special offer. Facebook has just changed to timeline. So rather than $135, we will offer the conversion special of $97 for a custom designed Facebook cover and profile image. Now, if you would like to receive the custom package number 2 that includes the image and the custom app, the conversion special is $145. We're slashing 65% off, or 26% off of the development cost for your custom Facebook profile image and your custom app. Okay? The contact information is, you can contact me at facebook.com/fullestextentmedia, and you can send me a message. Or you can call the office or the toll-free number at 813-442-4609, or the toll-free number at 888-674-9407. You can also visit me on my website at fullestextentmedia.com/contact and leave us a message there. Again, you can receive your custom designed Facebook and profile image first package for $97, the second package including the one custom app for $145, and you can begin impacting lives through your Facebook ministry. I must warn you though, the discount is only good for the first 25 orders. So don't miss out on this opportunity to make an impact with your Facebook timeline and take advantage of this timeline conversion special offer. Thank you. I really hope this information has been helpful to you, and whether or not you want to take us up on the offer or not, I hope and pray that you learned a lot through this brief video, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.